Blackpool Pleasure Beach was the last theme park I visited on my Europe trip, and it's known for its abundance of roller coasters, all crammed into such a compact space. It is pretty amazing how many of these rides fit together. The place also has so much history, it's been around for ages. You can find it right up along the coast. As you're on the rides, you can look out and see the Irish Sea, and it is pretty cool. If only the rides were better. This is going to be my full in-depth review of Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I'm not going to go too in-depth to some of the roller coasters. I have already posted a review for Icon. I'm mainly going to stick to talking about the park, but I will say, I think if they had better roller coasters, I would have liked this place a lot more. To me, Icon was pretty much the only good roller coaster here, and even that didn't blow me away. I think they have a lot of neat attractions. Yeah, there are some that are blatantly bad. I always look to the SLCs as good examples of that. But I always enjoy a good ride on an old wooden roller coaster. Big Dipper and Grand National, though rough, provide interesting experiences. Big One is of course that iconic roller coaster of the park. It has a great first drop, but other than that is a monorail. So I think what I'm getting at is, if you're going to this park for the roller coasters, you might be doing it for the wrong reasons. Yeah, if you're an enthusiast, gotta get your creds and everything. But the best parts about this place aren't the roller coasters, it's actually just the charm of it all. It's pretty cool walking around and seeing all of the different attractions. The skyline of this park is great. And as I mentioned earlier, there's just so many rides in a condensed area. And they've put quite a bit of detail into everything. Yes, this is an amusement park, but it has a lot of character. They've done a good job with landscaping and ride placement. So even though it is not themed, it looks good. Now, before we get any further, I want to talk about the kids area, because I want to know why Kings Island keeps winning best children's area in the world when Blackpool Pleasure Beach's Nickelodeon area is incredible. And maybe it's just because I have a lot of sentimental reasons to like it. I grew up watching all the Nickelodeon shows, and so walking around that kids area where they have rides themed to Avatar, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, all the stuff that I grew up with, and all of it is just done so well. It's so cool. I was like, this kids area is phenomenal. I think that was the single part of Blackpool that blew me away, because I didn't even know that they had a Nickelodeon area. That's how oblivious I was to it. So when I walked in there, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It just made me wish that I had gone to Blackpool back when I still watched all that, because then I would have liked it that much more, instead of right now where I go there and all I want to do is just quote the best lines from SpongeBob all day. Of course, while I was at Blackpool, I had to have lunch at some point. I actually ate at a Burger King. Go figure, you would have thought that I would have wanted to try something unique. But we all just went to Burger King, which is in the park, by the way. Which, again, was something I didn't even know about. And it was a 2-story Burger King. So bravo to them. That was pretty cool. Going back to some of the rides, the one ride that I walked away from really sad about was that I did not get a chance to do Valhalla. It was closed all day. I was so sad. I've heard amazing things about that water ride, about how you get drenched. It's like so well themed. And I was fully prepared to do it. I was ready, and it was down all day. I was so bummed. I feel like if I had done that, my day at Blackpool would have been a bit better. Not that I had a bad day here at all. I just don't think that this park was my kind of thing. And that's not to say that I don't like seaside parks at all. I enjoyed Groenland more than I did Blackpool. But I think if I had gone here before Icon was open, I really would have walked away from Blackpool Pleasure Beach going, it was okay. Because that was the only ride that I genuinely enjoyed. The rest were just okay or not that great. But I can absolutely appreciate how unique this place is. I imagine this place is pretty nostalgic for a lot of people. Some of these rides have been here for what will probably feel like the beginning of time. It also made me sad that I didn't get a chance to do the wooden wild mouse, because that actually looked like really cool. But instead, all I had was Icon, so that was, I think, the only ride I did more than once. But to cap out all of what I'm trying to say, I think this place is cool, but I don't think I would make immediate plans to go back. Until they do something really crazy, I don't really have a desire to go back. Again, I did not have a bad experience here. This place was just not my favorite. I'd probably put it lower on the list of theme parks that I visited while in Europe. I'm still absolutely glad I did it. I think if you're doing a UK trip, this is not a bad one to include at all, even though it is so far away from something like Thorpe Park. But this place has a lot more charm than Thorpe Park, but you're going to find the better roller coasters elsewhere. So I think if you have your expectations right, you can enjoy this place. Just know what you're going to get before you come here. But those are just my thoughts on Pleasure Beach in Blackpool, England. If you've been here, post all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you think I am totally wrong, that's fine. Just let me know what you think of this place. And of course, stay tuned for more park reviews. This is my last park I'll be reviewing from Europe until I go back one day, but I still have several more coming from America and Japan, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.